All right, turn that craziness down.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Silly Faced Siblings Fodcast. All right. So today we are discussing finding pieces of
Joy.
joy.
Finding pieces of joy.
It's like singing that song, "Joy to the world," the something. I don't know the words.
That's probably how the minions would sing it. Wow.
All right, Al.
You should be a
pianist.
Operatist.
Oh, I was thinking pianist.
An opera singer. Oh, that's a word.
All right. Finding pieces of joy. That was joyful. That was fun.
Yeah.
That made me feel good. That brought out some neurochemical toxin thingies, dopamine, serotonin, stuff.
Joy?
Stuff like that. Joy.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
So, do you guys...
I'll let you talk.
Okay. Do you guys find pieces of joy in your day, or is your day bombarded with just shit to do and just shit, right? Are you able, and we're not looking at like finding the big pieces of joy, because yeah, your family brings you joy. There's lots of things that bring you joy, but the little things, there's little pieces of joy everywhere you look. There's little pieces of joy, right? So, and when you have kids, I'm sure you'll find lots of little pieces of joy, but those little things that your kids might do that sometimes if you're feeling stressed out and irritated might make you more irritated. But what if those little things brought you joy? You know, kids leave stuff all over the house. What if those little things that you find, weird things in weird places, brings you joy, right?
Did you find something?
The other day, yesterday.
I knew this was going somewhere.
Yesterday, my husband was in the shower, and then I walked in and I went to the bathroom, because yes, we do that. It's weird, right? But whatever.
I do that with myself all the time.
Oh, when you're in the shower, you're also on the toilet?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So anyways, so he opens up the shower, and he's like, look at this. Look up. You know those puff things that you use to wash yourself? Right? A puff?
Yeah.
Like the puffy puffs?
Yeah.
Well, on the end, it has a little suction. And one of our kids suctioned it to the roof of the shower. And we both laughed at that, and we both found joy in that.
That's
because
awesome.
when you have kids, you find weird things in weird places. You're like, what the heck is this doing here?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just find joy in...
That happens when you don't have kids too.
Yeah, well, yes.
Partly because
that's true.
Partly because I did it to myself.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
You find something later, and you're like, where the heck did that come from?
But
right?
then,
Or,
yeah.
So my example is, I'm currently renting my house out, okay? And there's this, first of all, you have a screen door, right?
Okay.
Well, when I had a renter first, like living with me, her dog basically like pile drive the screen door, and it went and like split in half. So I put one of those screen magnetic things that put on, right? And I bought two of them because, well, my roommate had bought one, and then I had bought one. So we used one, and over time it got wrecked. And then my renter now, she was like, you mentioned you had another screen thing, but do you know where it is? And she's like, I looked everywhere. I know I saw it. But in the movement process, it just kind of went everywhere for her, right?
Lost.
And I was
lost,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was there yesterday. And the thing is, I knew what I was looking for. I knew the box it was in. I hadn't told her that, like how to find it. So she's like, I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. Anyways, we went downstairs. The spider filled downstairs. It's a crawl space kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, here it is. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so excited. She was so happy. And we were both so joyful about finding this screen thing that we thought was gone forever. But it was just the reaction of joy, right? How does joy present in your body? That's kind of the question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of jump around,
I'm gonna
right?
move something a little
you
bit
jump
here.
around, you smile. Maybe those little pieces sort of that bring you joy when you're kind of feeling off. Even just that little smile is enough to kind of brighten your moment, right?
Exactly.
Or brighten your day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I want you to notice too, when you do have these little moments of joy, how does your body change?
Yes.
Right? So for Jose, who found this screen thing, she was like, her arms were wide open and she was like this and jumping and like, and probably Roxanne and I were the same way. They're just like,
we just smiled
like dumbfounded almost.
Yeah. It's so much fun. So are you able to find those little pieces of joy throughout your day? Because there's a crap ton of little pieces of joy. Everywhere you look, there's something that's going to bring you joy. You might be walking down the road and see this really pretty flower beside, somebody's mailbox, or look at this cool butterfly. On the weekend, we were working on my property and extending the trailer, kind of building a section anyways, but there was a ton of butterflies all over the deck. And Addison, my oldest daughter, just kept this brought her immense joy. She just kept going over and picking up, and this butterfly would sit on her finger, and she had a piece of watermelon, and then she could see, look at the butterfly sharing my watermelon. And how cool is that?
Yep.
If that doesn't bring you joy, well, yeah, I don't know. It should, right?
It's just to notice those little things, right?
Yes.
And ask yourself, even that this is a fundamental question that one of my past coaches kind of brought to me. He said, what's the bless in the mess? Right? So we're looking at it from a little bit different perspective, but this is another question that you can ask yourself. When there's all this disaster in the house, right? Like just dishes fill the thing. It's like, what's the bless? I have dishes. I have kids that leave stuff in crazy places.
Yeah.
Right? And you start to connect to that gratitude, that attitude of gratitude.
Yeah.
Just from a quick reframe.
Yeah. Or within all of that, sometimes the kids or your spouse or whatever might do something, and it might be something super small, but you're very appreciative and very, it fills you with joy. There's just those little things. Just thank you for putting your dish in the dishwasher and not right on top of the counter where the dishwasher is. Because they'll see that, they'll help. If you find those pieces of joy with them, with everyone else, and you're able to experience all of that, then the more it's going to kind of come into your life.
Exactly.
I think. I feel.
Yeah. So there's this really funny thing that I posted on my timeline earlier. So if you ever just go find June 29th for Greg Smith. Okay. It's an experience that Gracie and I had together. So Roxanne's youngest daughter, she was on my mom's iPad. She was playing Roblox. And she has this little giraffe thing. It's like a little plush toy. But the plush's name is Gracie as well. So it's kind of cool. But I thought it'd be funny to record myself speaking hi, Gracie, how are you doing? I wish you could play with me. Like that kind of thing. And so I recorded that. And then I put it behind the plush toy, and I walked up to Gracie and clicked play, and I just stood there. And she was playing Roblox on her iPad, and then she'd look up.
Did she smile?
And she just at one point, she's like, "You're silly, Greg." That brought me joy, right? I did 3 videos like that with her. And the last one I said, and go watch it too. Don't just hear me here, but go watch it. I said, since you don't want to play with me, I'm going to go play with Greg, and we're going to go play Legos, which Gracie loves Legos. We're going to go play Legos and build cool houses. We're going to watch a funny movie, and we'll even have popcorn. The second I said that, she threw the game away.
Really?
She stopped playing, and she's like, okay, cool, let's do this. Right? Because I paired popcorn. That kid loves food.
She loves popcorn.
I paired food with spending time watching a funny movie and doing the things she loves to do with the people that she loves. Yeah. So that's, if you want to get your kids out of games, spend time with them.
Play with them.
Simple as that. I know it doesn't always work, but
play like them. Yeah.
Play with them. Yeah. Do the things that bring them joy, because that will bring you joy.
Play with them. Play like them. That's true. Yeah, that's true. You can always find be your fun kid silly self. It's funny that you made that voice, because just yesterday, Kaylee's little unicorn plush stuffy was in my bed, and Ivan was laying beside me, and then I just like tapped him on his arm, and then I had the unicorn in front of me. I'm like, how are you doing? And then he looks over and he just laughs at me and thinks that I'm a ding dong. But those silly, like, I had the urge to do something silly, like you would when you're a kid, and it makes your spouse, makes your partner, makes your friends laugh, and just laughter is enough to bring some joy, right? Who cares, man? If you act like a silly goofball kid, why not? Kids are having fun.
There's a reason we call this Fodcast Silly Face Siblings.
Fodcast.
It wasn't just to make a silly face out of nowhere. It was to bring joy to the lives of everybody. Inspire.
And to realize that you bring your own joy.
Yeah. There you go.
You do, right?
There you go.
Yes.
You do.
You
okay.
Do. You do.
I think we're finished with our inspiration of joy for the day for now.
It's simple. Just find those little pieces of joy. Write messages, some comments in here, and tell us what you guys find joyful. What are those little things? Or maybe just a moment that you had the other day or 2 weeks ago or last year, whatever. Let us know. And now we are going to finish off by bringing ourselves joy and you guys some joy by finishing with a silly face.
I don't know how the face on it, whatever.
You have a mustache.
Now I have a mustache. Now I have a mustache. Now I have a mustache. Now I have a mustache. Okay, bye.
Oh my God, you have 2 mustaches.
Oh my God. Okay, bye.